one of the PS3's most critically acclaimed series and one of the most anticipated games of 2011. Uncharted to me is one of the great gems of this generation, but is the third time around becoming a bit too stale for fans, or will this third game forever be charted in our hearts? Hey guys, J-Man's Productions on the Jzone, here to do my Uncharted 3 review. Presentation. Naughty Dog as always pulls out all of the stops in terms of the presentation of the game. The game pushes the PS3 to its limits with set pieces including Drake escaping a burning building and Drake climbing up luggage to get onto a moving vehicle that soon will after be plummeting down to the ground in this sandy desert. The character animations are on point. You can tell that they were using some type of motion capturing software, because little things like Drake stumbling when he's tired or touching walls as he's passing them by on turns, you can really notice them if you pay close attention to each one of the movements he's made. The music can only be described as epic. It really sets the mood for some of the scenes, like in action scenes where it's really heavy and dramatic, where you're shooting holes in enemies, or in the more adventure type scenes where the music's more gentle, from the ruins of Syria to the desert glaciers of that other place you go to for the treasure. It really just sets the mood and makes the overall package of the presentation really amazing. Cinematic, pretty and immersive are three words that come to mind when I'm describing Uncharted 3's presentation. The game revolves around a ring that once belonged to Sir Francis Drake. Nate then finds out that there's more to this ring than meets the eye, and as usual the villain slash antagonist of the game wants this ring or treasure for their own ambitions, making characters from previous games such as Chloe, Sully and Elena, and some new ones as well, come on board for this globe-trotting adventure through really pretty environments. The story is good. The writing makes you focus on Drake's character, and he's so daring, and some of the things that he does may lead to his own and the people around him's demise, and it makes you think to yourself and ask, and Drake is asking himself this question: will these adventures, will these treasures ever be enough for him, or will these just carry on until it leads to all of the deaths of himself and the people he cares about? There are great twists and turns, and the backstories that they give to Sully and Drake really are great character development. I feel for Sully, Drake, Elaine and Elena, they really get a good bit of character development and a lot of background story, and trust me, when you play chapter 2, it's something that you don't really expect, and something I really did enjoy because it added a whole lot of depth for me personally when I looked at Drake's character. The gameplay has all round improved, from the combat system taking a new route reminiscent to Rockstar's Batman games, being Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Asylum, to a more heavy emphasis on the treasures that can be collected, plus a flurry of puzzles that provide a variety of gameplay and serve as breaks in between the platforming and shooting, so it doesn't feel like hide behind cover, shoot, hide behind cover and shoot. It really switches things up and keeps you interested all throughout the game. Both the controls and weapon variety are great, but a problem I had is that some enemies tend to be bullet sponges, especially the ones with the helmets that you have to shoot off the helmet before you can actually kill them. They can tend to be annoying, and I thought that was a problem that they sort of toned down in Uncharted 2, because Uncharted 1 had that problem present, but it seems like they've gone back to the roots of Uncharted 1 and had way more enemies like that, which really did tend to get annoying at some points, and it really does slow down your progress because the difficulty level has to go up for that. The online has been totally revamped, making it bigger in scale and more modes for players to tackle, from the boosters that can level up to the kickbacks that are a better version of kill streaks. Kickbacks are gained by when a player gets awarded medals. They're kickbacks for RPGs or ones like Speedy G. These kickbacks are really great and really enjoyable. They really switch up the gameplay. And also there are these power plays, and power plays serve as an aid to sort of balance the game so one team doesn't totally get destroyed or demolished, but it it balances and it doesn't kill the game. So I'm glad Naughty Dog did try to balance, but not switch things into the way of where one team can totally come back just because of one power play. There are great new modes, such as Co-op Adventure and Freeway Deathmatch. My personal favourite being Co-op Adventure, because Co-op Adventure is like playing a mini campaign online and with your friends. Like, there's cutscenes in there and stuff, and it's just great to play co-op with your friends and just wail on a bunch of AI enemies. So Co-op Adventure is really great, and I really did enjoy playing it. Overall, the improvements to the gameplay are great. The improvements to the online they make you feel more of a sense of progression, which makes you want to come back for more. I can really see the Uncharted 3 online having a more lasting effect than the online that Uncharted 2 had. Now Jay's thoughts, the part of the review where I tend to ramble for a bit too long, so be prepared. So overall, Uncharted 3 is an amazing game. I really have enjoyed my time with it. It's not as big as a jump from Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2 was, but the jump is good enough, especially with the way they revamped the multiplayer, adding a lot of improvements. And I know a lot of people have been having problems with the blind fire, and I think the blind fire does need to be nerfed. And some people don't like the way the melee combat was handled. The melee combat to me isn't as big as a problem, but I do think the blind fire needs to be nerfed, because it's great to have skill instead of just people just running around blind firing. But I mean, I love it. I really do like the game. The presentation is just beautiful as always. I just love what Naughty Dog do with the presentation and the set pieces they put in there. They're just really epic. Like, there's this level where you're literally getting chased by the water that's flooding this ship. Like, that whole entire pirate level, should I call it, was just amazing. It just puts you in the weirdest and just greatest environments. That's what I really did enjoy about the Uncharted games. And I love the sort of dialogue the characters have been between themselves. Some people say that it weren't as good as the dialogue they put on Uncharted 2, but I still really did enjoy it. And I really actually did feel a lot for the characters and some of the twists that happened in the story. I really did enjoy the story, and I think the story, in terms of actual storytelling, is a step up from what they did with Uncharted 2. But some people, I can see what some people have been saying, because I know Esper Review and Neo GameSpark, they talk about sometimes how Uncharted, they feel it's a great game or a good game, but it can be stale at some points, because sometimes it boils down to I'm running, whoa, 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 and you see that a lot. It's like I'm running, whoa, whoa, and sometimes you just really expect for something to fall down or for Drake to trip. But that's something that comes with this game series. That's like me saying in a Sonic game you can't expect to boost. In a Mario game you can't expect to step on Goombas or some sort of thing. Or in a Call of Duty game you can't expect there to be kill streaks. There are some things that are going to be repetitive in some games. But this is something it's sort of more present in this game series, if you know what I mean. So, some things that are repetitive in maybe repetitive in RPGs aren't as present, but in this case it is pretty present. But to me it doesn't spoil the experience, because sometimes there were a few times where I'm pretty shocked when things happened, and it's just funny seeing this guy with 9 lives, Nathan Drake, just go through all of this stress and problems when he should have died at least 9,000 times. But I mean, I love the game. As I said before, the jump isn't as big as the jump from Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, but I still think Uncharted 3 is an amazing game, and I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. I really love the game. It's not perfect, and it needs some improvements, and they do need to fix up some online issues, but it really is just an amazing game. Anyway, this has been J-Man's Productions on the Jzone with a JView for Uncharted 3. Live and learn, good luck and God bless, and catch me on my next review where I'll be reviewing. Whoa!